tripped over. Ging Garage, welcome back. It's time to tell the time yet again. On Tuesday, you looked at what AM and PM means, and we talked about, you saw those two videos about how many hours there were in a day. Obviously there are, that's right, 24 hours in a day. 12 of them are considered AM, that means in the morning, and 12 of them are considered PM, and that's the afternoon. There's just a little bit of revision. If you can't remember what that means, you're not sure, go back to Tuesday's lesson, watch the videos again. Easy way to remember it, A comes before P, so A is in the morning, P is in the afternoon. Okay, so just remember that. What you're going to work on today, this is going to be our penultimate lesson on time. And last week we worked on telling time to 1/4 and 1/4. Then we worked on telling time to 5-minute intervals. And today we're going to work on telling any time on a clock face. Any time, to the minute. You've pretty much got it. Most of you have probably figured it out already, that there really isn't much difference between telling the time to 5-minute intervals compared to telling the time to any minute. It's really simple, and what you're going to do today is you're going to practice that. So you'll need a partner. That could be a brother or sister. That could be a mom or dad. Now, they don't have to do very much. All they're going to be doing is setting the time on a clock for you. And then you're going to write out the digital time and the analog time, how you could say that. So, let me demonstrate. Okay, here's our clock face. I'm going to put mine to, obviously this is on the, what we call on the hour, 10 o'clock. And obviously we know how many minutes there are in an hour. That is 60. And we know that the blue hand is the minute hand. We've worked out that this is 10:15. We've worked out that that is 10:30. And we've worked out that that is 11:45, or 15 minutes to 11, however you want to say it. Now I'm going to go back to 10 o'clock. Because you're probably going to be doing this and it's going to be about 10 o'clock. So, AM in the morning. Now, thing to remember about this, I mean, you've done it to 5-minute intervals. When the minute hand is between the 12 and the 6 on the right hand side here, everything is past the hour. Everything is past the hour. So we would say, here, 10 minutes past 10 o'clock. 20 minutes past 10 o'clock. 25 minutes past 10 o'clock. 10:30, or 10:30, depending on how you say it. Now, once a minute hand goes past the 6, we talk about how many minutes to the next hour. Now, if we're here, we can just count from there until the 12, which is where the minute hand would be on your clock. So we'd go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes to 11. 20 minutes to 11. 15 minutes to 11, or 11:15. 10 to 11, 10 minutes to 11, I should say. 5 minutes to 11, although this is always tricky because you can't see them. It's a little, you can't see both hands very easily. And then obviously 11 o'clock. Now, the only difference here is that we're not going to be counting necessarily in 5-minute intervals. We're going to be counting in single minutes. And what you'll see is on this clock is that there are 60 small little lines that shows each minute. So for example, if we did this, now you can quite clearly see if it was here, it would be 10 minutes past 10. And if it was here, you can see that's not 10 minutes past 10. It's gone one more minute. So you go to the next little line, that shows a minute has gone. So this would not be 10 minutes past 11. Sorry, I beg your pardon. This would not be 10 minutes past 10. This is actually 11 minutes past 10. If we go to here, well, I'm not going to count every single line because I'm going to make a mistake. And it's really easy to make a mistake. So I'm going to go to, well, I can see that it's just gone past the 15 minutes past or the quarter past. So I'll use a thinner pen for this just to show you. So we've got 15, 16, 17. 17 minutes past 10. Okay, this one. Once again, I'm going to go along. It's still in the past. Okay, the minute hand's still here. So here we go. I could do it this way. I could say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 minutes past 10. Or I could do it this way. This is another way to do it as well. Look, I can see this is 25. It's nearly at 25, but I can see that's just one line away. So that's 1 minute back. So that's going to be 24 minutes past 10. Get rid of that. Now, as soon as we go here, obviously, this is now talking minutes to the next hour. We've already discussed what this would be. 25 minutes to 11. Now, if it was there, obviously you can see that's not 25 minutes to 11 anymore. That is one more minute closer to 11 o'clock. So you can ways you can do this, you can either say, well, I know that this is 25. If it was here, I know it would be 25 minutes. It's now a minute closer to 11 o'clock, so that would be 24 minutes. Or you can count back from the 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 minutes to 12 o'clock. If we did it here, okay, I know straight away that it's not on the 5 minutes, so it's a little tricky. So I'm going to count back in fives. 5, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 minutes until that minute hand is pointed to 12. 12 minutes to 11. 12 minutes to 11. Now, there's two different things I want you to do today. Firstly, I'd like somebody in your family to get the clock face and just spin it around and say, okay, I'd like you to write down what time that is on an analog clock and digital. Now, it's up to you which way you go first. I always say go digital first because it's easier. Now, here's a reminder. Here's my digital. Okay, there's my digital clock right there. Remember, this is the hour. This is the minutes. So, I can see the hour hand. I'm looking at the hour hand. It's between the 12 and the 1. That means it hasn't reached 1 o'clock, but it has gone past the 12. So, it's going to be, well, I'm just going to write it in. It's going to be 12. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to count all the way around. How many minutes have gone? Well, 30, 35, 36, 37. That's how many minutes have gone in that hour. 12:37. But obviously that's not how we say it on the analog clock. So then I'm going to be writing it out. And I want you to write it out? Of course I do. So, the first thing I'm going to say is this. What's the next hour that it's going to reach when that minute hand gets to the 12? Well, obviously it's going to be, the next hour will be 1 o'clock. So it's something minutes, and obviously we're in this side, the minute hand is in this side, so we're talking about minutes to, and I know that in the book it said minutes till. Some people say that, most people don't, or most countries don't. So minutes to or minutes till 1 o'clock. And most people often don't say the 1 o'clock. They'll just say, oh, it's minutes to or minutes till 1. That's usually how we just say it. But if we're writing it, it's that. Something minutes to 1 o'clock. Now, How are we going to work that out? Exactly the same as we worked it out previously. How many minutes is it until 1 o'clock? Well, if it was 1 o'clock, the minute hand would be pointed to the 12. So I'm going to count back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. And what I would do, I would check that again just to make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 minutes to 1 o'clock, or 23 minutes till 1 o'clock. Now, really remember the check we do. Okay, if you add the minutes here together with the minutes here, they should definitely add up to 60. Well, 37 plus 3 is going to take me to 40, plus 20 is 60, so I know that I'm right there. So, that's the first thing I'd like you to do. Okay? The second one I'd like you to do is where somebody would just give you the digital time. So, for example, let's say they just give you this. Okay, to give you this, and you have to then make it on the clock and write it out. Okay, and it can be to any minute. Now, some of you are going to say, Mr. G, I don't have one of these clocks. No problem. There's an online version, okay, which I sent you previously, which I'll also put in this into this lesson too, so you have it. Let me show you. There we go. And this you can click and drag the minute hand round. You can click and drag the hour hand round. Yeah, and you can have a bit of fun with it. There we go. Don't worry about this here. You can just click reset each time. That just shows how many minutes from the last time. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm going to say. I think that one just generates. In fact, that one is actually great. And I only just realized that. This is just a roll. It generates anytime, I believe. Yep, anytime. So this could actually be the way to go. Yeah, if you don't have a partner, you can just click that. What time is that? Now, what I'm also going to say is you can turn the digital clock off. Watch, digital clock off. And you can do it like that. So do it again, roll it, write it down, write down the digital, write down how you would say it on an analog. Okay? So, good luck with it. Spend about half an hour doing lots of different ones. And, yeah. Ask your parents if you've got questions. They can help you. They know how to tell the time. Good luck.